Hello, my name is Sean Kouplen. I am Chairman and CEO of Regent Bank, and welcome to another edition of Regent Elevate. We are in a series called Managing Our Mindset, and we've gone through three topics: anchoring our mind every morning to be positive, having the abundance mentality so that we believe there is plenty and we focus on giving in the lives of others, and keeping a worry journal and seeing that so many of those things don't actually end up happening. Today we're going to talk about a concept called one day at a time. And this is a very biblical concept. My grandma used to constantly listen to an old gospel song called One Day at a Time. And I didn't fully understand the concept of it until now. Back in 2008 and 2009, we had some very, very difficult times for Regent Bank. We barely survived. The economy was against us. 350 banks shut down in about a 3-year period. We were in trouble. And I was having a difficult time functioning. And so I had breakfast with a good friend of mine, and he gave me some advice that has really changed my life forever. He was a banker in the 1980s and had gone through the oil bust, and interest rates had spiked, and I mean it was just a death spiral. And he told me, I asked him how he made it through. He said, Sean, every morning I would get up, I would read the paper, I'd eat my oatmeal, I'd say my prayers, and he said as I would walk out the door of my house, there happened to be a mirror there to the right of the door. He said I would look in that mirror and I would say to myself, Gordon, do the best you can do today. And he said, I would go to work and I would do my best. He said, but I would typically get cursed, slandered, spit on, pushed, hit a couple of times. People would throw their keys at me because we were having to foreclose on a lot of properties. He said, I hated it as bad as they did, but we just didn't have any choice. But he said, I would come back home and I would look back in that same mirror and I would ask myself, Gordon, did you do the best that you can do today? And if the answer to that was yes, then that's all I could do. I couldn't control oil prices, interest rates, or how other people treated me. You can't control layoffs, sickness, challenges that you're facing. Many things are out of our control. All we can do is the best we can do. So what I want to encourage you today is to think about just taking one day at a time. If you're going through difficulty and things seem insurmountable, many times that big problem that you're seeing, that mountain that is in the future, by the time you get there, it will disappear. But we just have to put one step in front of the other, take one day at a time. At the end of the day, leave it on the field, do the best you can, leave it on the field, go home, focus on your family, and don't allow worry to take over your life. So I hope you've enjoyed this concept of just focusing on one day at a time and doing the best that we can each day and leaving the rest to God or to the future. And next time we're going to be talking about a concept called 2-hour living, which I think may really change the way that you think about each day. Thank you so much. We'll see you next week.